In our increasingly digital world, protecting our online identities from hackers is more important than ever. With the growth of social media, online banking, and online shopping, there are more opportunities for cybercriminals to steal our personal information and use it for malicious purposes. Fortunately, there are several simple ways to protect your online identity from hackers. Here are 5 easy steps you can take to safeguard your online identity. 1. Use strong passwords. One of the most important steps you can take to protect your online identity is to use strong passwords. Many people use weak passwords that are easy to guess, such as 123,456 or password. While these may be easy to remember, they are also easy for hackers to figure out. Instead, use a combination of upper and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols in your passwords. Aim for passwords that are at least 8 characters long, and avoid using words or phrases that are easily associated with you, such as your name or birth date. It's also important to use different passwords for different accounts. If you use the same password for all of your accounts and a hacker gains access to one, they will be able to access all of your accounts. Consider using a password manager to keep track of your different passwords. 2. Enable two-factor authentication. Two-factor authentication is an additional layer of security that requires a user to provide 2 forms of identification when accessing an account. Typically, this involves entering a password and then providing a secondary code that is sent to a mobile device or email address. Enabling two-factor authentication can prevent hackers from accessing your account even if they have your passwords. It can also alert you if someone is attempting to access your account, giving you the opportunity to take action and change your password. Many social media sites, online banking sites, and email providers offer two-factor authentication as an option. It's worth taking the time to enable this feature on all of your accounts. 3. Keep your software up to date. Hackers often use vulnerabilities in software to gain access to a user's system. These vulnerabilities can be found in operating systems, web browsers, and other software on your computer or mobile device. To protect against these types of attacks, it's important to keep your software up to date. Software updates often include security patches that fix known vulnerabilities. By keeping your software updated, you can close these vulnerabilities and help protect your online identity. Many software programs now offer automatic updates, so you don't have to worry about manually checking for updates. However, it's still a good idea to periodically check for updates and install them as they become available. 4. Avoid phishing scams. Phishing scams are a common tactic used by hackers to gain access to a user's personal information. These scams typically involve an email or text message that appears to be from a legitimate source, such as a bank or online retailer. The message will usually include a link that directs the user to a fake website designed to look like the legitimate site. Once the user enters their login information, the hacker can steal it and use it for malicious purposes. To protect against phishing scams, it's important to be cautious when receiving emails or messages from unknown sources. Always verify the sender and check the URL of any links before clicking on them. If you receive a suspicious message, do not click on any links or enter any personal information. Instead, contact the legitimate source directly to verify the validity of the message. 5. Use a virtual private network VPN. A virtual private network VPN is a service that allows users to connect to the internet through a secure, encrypted connection. Using a VPN can help protect your online identity by masking your IP address and encrypting your data, making it more difficult for hackers to intercept. VPNs are particularly useful when using public Wi-Fi networks. Public Wi-Fi networks may be convenient, but they can also be insecure. Hackers can use these networks to intercept data transmitted between a user's device and the internet, including login information and other personal data. By using a VPN, you can help protect yourself from these types of attacks. However, it's important to choose a reputable VPN provider and carefully review the terms of service before using the service. In conclusion, protecting your online identity from hackers is crucial in the digital age. By taking simple steps such as using strong passwords, enabling two-factor authentication, keeping your software up to date, avoiding phishing scams, and using a VPN, you can significantly reduce your risk of becoming a victim of cybercrime.